Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Dre Under the Leaves, and today I have another chores video. So I have recently embarked on the journey for the first time of growing out corms from alocasia. So I have some alocasia, I think it's pink dragon, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, green leaf pink stem, and kind of like zebra stripey vibe on the stem, but it's pink. And I found like 10 corms. I am just doing some updates. I have some growing in sphagnum in this box. There's only 3 of them though, so I'm wondering to myself, well, had been wondering to myself, and I probably low-key at this point had decided, I don't think I need to keep it in this big of a box. And I think I'm going to grow them inside of cups. The reason I'm doing that is because the ones that are currently sitting in the perlite, so I have some in perlite and fluval, and I took those out of my prop box because I put them in my prop box. I took those out and just did saran wrap over the top, poking holes in it, and left them in that mix. I still do want to see how it works with the moss. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to move these 3 corms that I'll show y'all in a few into it. And then I also have a couple Hoya chores that I need to do as well. So some trellising. I am considering taking props of my Hoya sunrise. And yeah, that's really it. That's really it. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so Lord Jesus, what is up and what is down at this point? So I have three corms here. Come on, focus. There you go. There's one that's not so big, one that's ginormous, and one that's pretty regular sized. I'm just gonna grab some of New York City's finest tap water and put on the moss. I'm gonna grab some handy dandy gloves. I'm just going to squeeze that in because I do know you don't want the moss to be dripping, but you need it to be moist, and my moss was, at the top seemed dry and the bottom was wet. Yeah, now that I've kind of mixed it in, I'm just gonna squeeze it so it's not too wet. But I'm pretty sure this color moss is what we're after. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's good. So I'm gonna shove that into this cup. I'm making sure I'm putting it in. Yeah, I'm gonna put the corm in. I do have some distilled water. So I'm just gonna moisten the top a little bit there. I'm gonna make sure that it's cozy in the moss. So that's one. There you go. Then I'm gonna do the same, put it into this, popping that right in there. What I'm thinking is, because I'll put them in the cups and then I'll put the saran wrap, they'll do much better. This corm, I think, has the best fighting chance of being a scented. It's huge. The corm is giant. And I'm hoping that if they come together, I can pot them up together. That would be awesome. I'm going to cover it with saran wrap and poke like 3 holes at the top and put them underneath my grow lights. So that's chore 1. And then this box and this moss that's left in here, I'll probably use it for any future propagations that I have. All right, my next task is trellising my Hoya Quinny. Yeah, there are many vines in this pot. Wow. Any of these leaves that are on here that were growing, I got them, they were coming when I first got it. I knew they were not gonna make it. But I am gonna trellis it. Yeah, and I'm not repotting it. And transparently, if the plant can't take the little trellis going through, it was never gonna survive my care. There are a ton. So I'm just wrapping it, and I know they say counterclockwise, and we just hope that that's what I'm doing. Honestly and truly, we can't really hope for much more. We really can't. So I just used the orchid clips that I have, and I do have pink ones, but diversify your profile at this point. Every single one doesn't need to have pink. And I was reading about Hoyas that basically they do need to be upwards, but then I was like getting confused. So I'm like, okay, the stem has to be pointing upwards or it'll die. But people be having hanging Hoyas, and I realized that only applies if it's trellised. And I said, oh, well, that makes a hell of a lot more sense. Just trying to figure out where to clip you, bro. Or do I need to turn the clip outward? All right, I don't know. And I'm seeing that basically, okay, is this dying off? It is. Let me sanitize my scissors. Yeah, okay, so piece is dying too. Okay, so I think this stem is dying. So I'm pretty sure I should, okay, correct. I'm pretty sure because this stem is dying, I should just cut it and let it reactivate. I feel like that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yep, cool. That leaves less trellising for me. And then I'll just put that. And I don't want it to be too tight either. It's all complicated. Ooh, just kidding. Ooh, just kidding. We do not need to make you, we want to keep it up. So that's kind of what we've got here. Yeah, I did just want to do that because I felt like it needed support for its growth. And this stem up here was also dying, so pretty sure it's just gonna put out a new vine from that top area. And yeah, there we go. So now I have my Hoya Sunrise that I do believe needs a repot. Did I just water this? That is my favorite. I'm realizing it is my favorite thing. So I think that this Hoya needs to be repotted, up-potted, if you will. I do not want to use too large of a pot. I fear, oh no, just kidding. Just getting ready to say I fear I've run out of the pot size that I want. Is this the same size? Basically. So we're gonna go with the, yep, not gonna go up too much. Let me hold these next. Okay, there we go. This makes the most sense. I'm gonna put this into that one. Let's just sit it down before it gets too upset. And my only stress is that I'm gonna use mollies. Not necessarily a stress, but kind of, sort of. Grab a little layer for the bottom. You know? I'm scooping it straight out the bag. And I'm also not going to move the trellis. Oh gosh, making a mess. So I'm gonna try to put the soil in by where the trellis is first. And I don't even know if I showed y'all the roots. That cracked me up. At least on this side where it's pushed up, y'all can see it definitely needed a repot. Okay, I think I actually do need to take the trellis off. I think it's making this complicated. There we go. I'll just put that in the center. All right, there we go. Turn it in a way that y'all could see. I just didn't want to go up too, Lord Jesus, too big of a pot size. Just trying not to overdo the roots. All right, so now that it's potted in there, I do think I was really sitting here thinking, because there's a piece that's a little bit bare over here, and I was wondering if I should chop a piece up here and then put the rest of this piece. Oh God, it's growing. I'm just kidding. No, I'm gonna chop it. Be brave. If it's putting out a new vine, then that should tell me what I need to know. I did just chop, but there are nodes. So I think I'm gonna put this into some perlite. And then I'm going to grab this same trellis. I kind of wish I could break it. And I am going to put it in the pot, and then clockwise would make it so it's going like, yeah, so it's kind of leaning in the direction it wants to go anyway. It's not really doing all that much. I'm just putting the trellis in the pot because I like to look at the leaf standing up a little bit on this one. And then I do see multiple places that it's branching off and growing, so we will see how that goes. Okay, so that's that. What pot can I put this? I think I actually just figured out a way. I think this can go in here now. Yeah, that's fine. It's got a little lip, but it's totally fine. That's the sunrise. And now let's make sure that I cauterize. And this is rooting hormone. I don't know if I've said that in the other videos. I don't use it, well, I haven't been able to tell, but I mostly use it because I don't want to wait for too long. So I use it to kind of stop the wound from being infected and all that. I have a cup with perlite. I am going to not, because I did that before and I messed stuff up. I'll put a little bit more. I'll stick this in there. Is that too much? Okay, we're cutting a little bit more. I'm just gonna put it in that. Put it into the perlite. Oh, now I'm just pouring the water. So this piece will be propped. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm all done with my plant chores. I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I will see y'all in the next video. Yeah, thanks for coming in. Bye.